Okay, hello kindergartner and mathers. School starts. Math time. Today, I'd like you to show me lines going this way and lines going that way when I call your class room number, because we're going to see lines like that on our work. Lines going this way and lines going this way on our graphs. Okay, let's see. Room 206, please show me a graph. Thank you. Room 102, please show me a graph. Thank you. Room 103, please show me a graph. Thank you. Room 104, please show me a graph. Thank you. Room 171, please show me a graph. Thank you. Now we continue with our measurement and data work, but we're down to the last section. Measurement that we've been studying, remember, linear, weight, and capacity, are a little bit more about things in front of us. You can also measure data, and data is information. The last part of our unit of measurement and data is to look at data. And I'll show you what we're doing. They all look very close to the same type of work that you'll do all week, just a little bit differently each day. And we'll take our time with this because this might be new information for you. We do it a little bit differently in class when we are together and we have lots of people around us. Sometimes we take surveys where you ask people in class a question like who likes the color blue, and if they do we put a check, if they don't we put a minus sign or something, and then we count up how many people like blue or how many people eat cupcakes or how many people walk to school. That's an informational survey. Because we're not around for that, I found some similar ideas that you can still work with. I'm going to explain them to you and then show you some of the work on those pages. Data. Let's put that in our brain 3 times. Data, data, data. Press it so it sticks. The first one is right here is a graph. This is the kind of thing that holds and shows the information we collect. Graphs like this are around in all kinds of ways that grown-ups pay attention and take a look at. Temperature, number of people who do things. In some of your parents' jobs, they look at graphs with data as part of their work. This graph has a question: what is your favorite color? This is the type of graph, like I just explained about exampling with the letter blue, where in class you would go around and ask people to tell you which is their favorite color. Is it red, blue, or green, yellow, orange, or purple, pink, or other colors? And then you'd put a check or a plus, or you'd color in the box that shows that one person's answer. And then you find out how many people like blue, or how many people like orange, how many people like pink. Now, what you can do with this is to use it in your house. You can start it today with people. Of course, your name and date at the top. Get a different marker. That one didn't come out very good. 04 is the month. 27 is the date, and I use International 7, so I make my 7s like that. And then the year is 20. Now, the idea for this would be to get a pencil or marker. You could even use colors that match the colors at the bottom, and then ask people in your house. So, for example, if I was you and you went and you asked your dad, what color do you like? And he said orange, then you could record that on this spot. Now the way you could record that is you could put a check in the box that says orange. That means you got one respondent's answer. Or you could put a tally mark if you wanted to. Or you could color in that whole box orange, and then that means one person liked orange. And then you go and you ask your mom, Mom, what color do you like? Red, blue, green, yellow, orange, purple, pink, or other? And she says blue. And then you could do the same thing. You could put a check in that first box, or put a tally mark, or color in that box to show that one person said blue. Now, because of the limited number of people you have in your house, this graph is going to be kind of small with results. But knowing how to give a survey, people who respond are called taking a survey. You give them the question, they take, and then give you information. So they take the survey, you give the survey. You could still do this over several days. So you could do this as a way of anytime you see someone, it could be someone at a social distance walking down the street. Hey, I'm doing some work for school. Can you tell me a color you like? And they say purple. Put that in your brain, and then when you get home, you record it over here. If your dad or mom is talking to someone on the phone, and they can interrupt their phone call when they're finished before they hang up, and say, oh, my student is working on a survey. Could you answer their question? You take the phone and say, hello, friend or grandma or Uncle Bob or Uncle Steve or Aunt Carol. And then you ask them, what's your favorite color? And then they can do that. And then what you do is you look for which one has more, which one has less, which is more than or less than. That's job one. Job two is to look at a graph that is already completed. And this graph is about the math club. There are boys and girls in the math club. And then there are questions here at the bottom. Name and date at the top. Great idea is to look through with your red marker and check and find kindergarten words you know. The math club. How many boys are members of the math club? Purple punctuation, so you can still make it a reading job. And then on this page, you can do the work by yourself if someone helps you out by reading the questions. And so this question says, I'll help you get started. How many boys are members of the math club? And we count how many boys there are. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the answer to the question, how many boys are members of the math club, is 7. And then we just write that with pencil or marker right there. 7. I do international 7, so my 7s look like that. And then, next question, how many girls are members of the math club? How many math club members are there all together? So some addition work. How many more boys than girls? Are there fewer boys or girls? And then you would answer the questions for this graph. It will take some time. You will need somebody else around you, and that's okay when it's convenient for someone to help you. This next one for today is a school supply tally. This desk is full of school supplies. And then what you'll do on this one is to use tally marks. Remember how to do tally marks? I'm going to put that on the back of this page. The back of this page here. Remember tally marks? If you are making tallies and you counted 3 things, it would look like that. And then you just found 3 more things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember this? 5, 6. And then you start another group of 5. On this job, what you're going to do is to tally how many sharpeners, how many glue bottles, how many pencils, and how many erasers. And so what you would do is use tally marks here, and then use regular numerals over here. So you have to do counting. This one is sharpeners. You have to go counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that would work. Double check again. You count again to be sure. Math people do their work twice to be sure they are accurate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then in this spot right here, you'd need to make 6 and then write the numeral 6 here. And then you do that for each of the other supplies. Data. Measurement and data. So our work this week is going to all look like this with these type of tasks. Looking at papers and understanding the data or the information that's on those pages. Ready for math? Time to begin.